Okay. All right. Welcome everybody to Fifth Dimensional Academy of Higher Consciousness. Today is June 5th, and I'm broadcasting from Los Angeles, California, live. Okay. So it's nice to see everyone. I see some new faces, so I'd like to welcome the new people as well. And so for those of you who are here with me for the first time, just quickly I'd like to explain to you is what we're going to do is we mute everybody because devices make funny noises and it disturbs the whole recording. So, but we're going to do our meditation, and after our meditation, which takes about 25 minutes to half an hour, after our meditation, you're welcome to ask your question or write to me. So for the moment, we're going to do a meditation. It's called Love and Fire. So what you're going to be doing is you will be putting two fingers here on your third eye and two fingers here on your heart. And we're going to be breathing into, we start from, you breathe into your breathe in, breathe out. Just try that for the moment. Just do the breathing for now, and then I'll tell you the next stop. So as you're breathing in, you have this finger on your third eye and the next one next to it. So this finger, the famous one, goes here. And your other two fingers are on your center, which here. Can you see me? It's here. You put it right here in the very center of your chest. So you can relax your arms for a moment. Relax your hands and then go back again. Go back to here. And you breathe in from your third eye. So when you're breathing in, you imagine that the air is going straight into your third eye. So breathe in, and then it goes through a circle, and as you're breathing out, it's coming from your heart. So you're breathing in from here, and you're breathing out from your heart. So it's a circular breathing, and it just rotates. So you breathe in from your third eye, and you breathe out from your heart. So, okay, let's try that again. You breathe in, and you may want to do a little exaggeration in the beginning so you get into the rhythm of it. Remember, you got your right hand here. If you're right-handed, your right finger is here. And then you breathe in. And as you're breathing in, I would like you to visualize that there's a violet light is going inside. A violet light is going straight into your pineal gland, and then it just goes around, goes to the center of your chest, and then it just comes out. So let's do that again. Now we'll go to the next phase of it. You're breathing in the violet light. It's going straight in and it goes around, and when it comes out, when you breathe out, green light comes out from your heart. So let's do that again. Breathe in slowly and just hear your breath when you're breathing in. Can you hear me now? Deep breath. Yeah, Christina, put 2 fingers here on your third eye. Yeah, try. And then put 2 fingers right here in the center of your chest. Your other 2 fingers. And breathe in a violet light from your third eye and breathe out a green light from your heart. So you want to exaggerate it a little bit. Breathe it in. So breathe deep, relatively slow, and have this circular breathing going on. So you're breathing in the violet light from your third eye, and it goes to your pineal gland, and it circulates and goes to your heart, and it's coming out of your heart in a green light form, and then it circulates and goes back again. So it's like a circle. It's like a hula hoop. So it's circulating back and forth and changing its color. So you stay very focused on this meditation and very concentrated. This is an active meditation that requires ultimate focus. Continue taking deep breath. Keep your attention on the third eye as you're breathing in. Stay very focused. And eventually you lose your senses as far as you forget you have your fingers on two spots and there's no more pain. You go beyond tiredness and the pain. But you just stay with it and you stay very focused and you keep breathing in and out. And let your breath circulate as a form of light. Now you can bring your hands down and keep all four fingers on your heart area. Keep them on your chest area. And stay concentrated and focused and keep breathing in and out. And to your surprise, you're going to be feeling like you still have your two fingers on your third eye. You'll feel it. And now you can bring your hands down and just relax and still stay very concentrated on your breathing. Take another deep breath through your third eye and visualize the violet light going all the way to your pineal gland, circulating to your heart and coming out as a green light. Slowly, slowly come back. Connecting pineal gland to the heart, to the ring of light. So this is one of the principal teachings of fire and love. In the past 2 academies, we've been talking about non-duality, Advaita teachings, the absolute reality. And now we're talking about relative reality. So in relative reality, where we're at here, is there are some ancient meditations that, if they're done correctly and when you're ready, entering into the mastery, which we're going to be learning in Ore this summer, is that you learn how to come to this place of bringing your guides in. So through the principle of love and fire, you're able to entering into this dimension of bringing your guides surrounding you in a ring. I don't know if any of you felt like the presence of your guides around you when we were doing this work. So your guides come in from the invisible world. And as you go deeper, what happens is I can then guide you into, slowly you learn how to do out-of-body travel, which I'm going to show you this in Ore, when you're prime and prepared and you're ready. So you start getting the glimpses of how you can do out-of-body travel. That's one of them. How you do time traveling. And you go back and forth in time. And how you do time dilation. Means time will dilate. It will expand. What seems like it's going in like a minute or half an hour, it can really expand in a very long time or shrink. How are we doing? Strong, isn't it? Very powerful meditation. And this is just a little taster of what's in the store, of the potential of what's available. What is it that you're capable of bringing in, calling in your guides to come in, and then opening up the gate and connecting to alternate realities and invisible worlds of time traveling, time dilation, astral travel, out-of-body travel, and also meeting your guides, your soulmates, and discovering what your true purpose is. Everything becomes available. Everything becomes possible because you're opening up the gateway and you're ready for it. So all of a sudden, things that you could not even imagine or touch manifest in front of you and become available.
So Hilda has a question, not sure if you saw that. Hilda
Who?
Regarding the observer, when I look at you, who is watching you through Hilda's eyes? The observer, Hilda, or both?
Yeah, the observer is the same as Hilda. I mean, we can call the observer the Hilda. We can give it a name. So, yeah, the observer is looking at itself. You know, there is subject and the object. So there has to be something for you to look at. Otherwise, there's just nothing. And that's a part of the manifestation in relative reality, because it does manifest itself in different ways and forms. So it can look at itself. But you're always, the deeper you go, the more you realize you're always looking at yourself. There's nothing outside of the self. When you expand, and the expansion takes place, and you start to see that it's all yourself, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You're only looking at yourself. And that happens through the expansion. And as that happens, your fear goes away, because then you realize there is no other. And now we're talking about absolute reality. Reza, you're very quiet. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. No question.
Okay, good. Anyone else? Hi, Adriana, welcome back. How's Edinburgh?
Cloudy.
Yeah.
Cloudy and raining all the time.
We had 2 days of nice, 2-3 days of sunny days here, and now it's where I am. It's overcast again.
Oh.
So
It's better than here, probably.
but tomorrow I'm going to drive to the heat. I'm going to the desert.
Oh.
So I'm going from 18 to 35.
Oh, wow. That sounds good.
So I'm excited about that. I'm going to my power place. I go back to Sedona. So I'm excited about that one. How are you doing there? From Denmark. My Danish sister. Good to see you. Yeah, I have you unmuted. You can talk. How are you?
I'm fine.
Nice seeing you.
Thank you. Likewise.
Long
Yes.
time no see.
Yes. Yes.
Well, welcome back.
Thank you.
How's your mother?
She's fine. Yeah, she's fine. She's taken care of.
Okay, I know you've been taking care of her a lot.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, bless your heart.
Thank you.
It's one of those days I have nothing to say. Okay. If you can project from your third eye and come out of your third eye, and this is just a little bit about the mastery, is that it takes time, of course, and readiness to do it. But when you come out of your third eye, as if you're traveling out of your third eye, you can try it right now. It's like you're coming out and you come to the center of a ring. Let's say there's a ring here, a unified field, and you all connect to it. You all come out of this, of your mind simultaneously, and all come and connected to the center. And what happens is that you learn how to merge in your minds into the one mind, and then become completely connected to the oneness. And it becomes one mind operating out of everybody's bodies. So let me give you a glimpse of it so you can try it right now, since we're in a good place and we have a very strong base right now. The silence is very strong. So you just, as you're here and you're comfortably breathing in and breathing out, and you begin to, like if you are developing a horn and you're having a horn where it's a beacon, like a hummingbird. So you're developing a piece of you, you're coming out of it, or you're sending something out like a probe, whatever that is easier for you to imagine. And everybody merges the third eye, this beacon, this horn, everybody merges it out into the center, and you connect to the very center. Okay? Give it a try right now as you're breathing in and out. And you start traveling out of your third eye. And you gently, slowly come to the center of the ring, where everybody merges into one mind. Now slowly come back. Come back inside again. And tell me what you experienced. Anybody? Anyone has anything to share? Were you able? Yeah, hold on. Yeah.
Hi. I came out of my third eye as a hummingbird and become a human actually in the ring with others.
You became what?
I became a human being again in the ring with others.
Yeah, this requires some practice. But what happens in the beginning, some of you, as you're just coming out, you know, you're traveling from the third eye and you're coming to the center of the ring. So everybody comes and connects from every direction to the one pointedness. And sometimes in the beginning, it may be too much, overwhelming. You may just feel like it's really increased energy and throws you off and you want to disconnect from it. For some, it's easy to merge in. But as you practice this, and we will be doing this, what's gonna happen is some very interesting things happens, is that you merge in from your individual mind, you come out and you merge into the one mind, the collective mind. And some very, very interesting things starts to happen because a lot of information get transmitted. There's transmission of information and experiences that you can receive from other people without experiencing it yourself. You can receive lifetime experiences without actually going through it, as if you have experienced them yourself. So you can gain tremendous amount of wisdom. Because normally, other people's experiences, unless you had something very similar to it, you don't know. They tell you a story, but you don't really know it for yourself. And merging into the one mind in the center of the ring will give you first-hand wisdom and knowledge of a direct experience that hasn't happened to you, but you get the essence of it. And but you have to go beyond the initial part of it, which is there's a lot of clouds or initial impact of it that is, wow, you know, it could get too much because could be static or there could be stuff that you can't handle in the beginning. But you go deeper and deeper into it, you may have to connect and disconnect a few times. It requires a little bit practice to go in it. So we're going to try it one more time. And I'll work with you, but I want to give you a taste for it. Of course, when I have time and we can really work on this in the right setting, then we can go way much more deeper. And what we can do is we can exchange a lot of wisdom and receive the transmission of the wisdom of the other souls of what they have experienced it. And all of a sudden it gives you lifetimes of information from other people without you going through it. So let's try this one more time. Again, you travel from here. It's like you're developing a horn out and you're just coming out of it and you go into the center of the ring and you're connecting to the center of the ring. So go ahead and close your eyes and breathe into it again. Nice job. Slowly, slowly come back again. I don't want to take you too far too fast. But this is the first time I feel like I want to teach more advanced stuff and take my people deeper. That's why I feel I got inspired to offer the mastery. But for this work, I mean, a lot of you been with me, so you've done a lot of preparation. But now we're going to take it to the next level. And I'm excited about it. It feels right. I've been hesitant about it, but now it feels really right.
So just a couple questions. Pia asked about what do you say about death, but we might have to do that one next time. Hi, Pia. Long time no see.
Hi.
Then Reza asked about, is there any plan for setting up a training in Sedona, which is an area of energies?
That sounds like a good idea, Reza. Yeah, I think I should do that. I should set something up. You mean the five all 5 levels? Okay. Teaching all 5 levels.
Well, I've gone through the level 1 and 2. I was wondering that if there will be any training for level 3 and 4 and mastery in Sedona, which is the area of energies. I know that one of the earth chakras are located in Sedona.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I'm open to it, and I'm going to look around this time I'm in Sedona and see what's. I know there's a lot of places available. Actually, it kind of escaped my mind, but that sounds good. I'll look into it. So the only thing is, if I put something in wintertime, like in January, the weather's a bit cold there. I mean, it's winter time. So
what about like October? Is that too soon?
October, the weather is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, October is perfect, but I'm not ready. I'm not ready for this October. So if I do anything, it's going to be in 2019. So because October, I mean, I'm getting ready to go back to Scandinavia. So
the U.S. people will just have to wait, or go to Ore.
yeah, we're gonna do one step at a time. First, we're gonna do Ore, because level 5 is the first time I'm teaching it. So so we do one step at a time. But there's one thing is that for mastery is that this has been my experience of the past. Like last year, Ore, which was really amazing. But we broke it into 2 sections. We have level 1 and 2, and we had 3 and 4. And that wasn't the first time. But when I allow people come in the middle of the healing training program, like somebody has taken 1 and 2 and they're coming for 3 and 4. And especially with Ore, and what I realized was that's the reason this year I'm keeping all 5 levels intact, is that there's a drop in the energy. Because the people who are coming, the people who've been from level 1 and they've been there the whole time. So we're going higher and higher and higher. And all of a sudden the new people come and they're left out. They're not in the same level. And for me, it's not a big deal. And the people who've been with us, but the ones who are coming in, they're lost. They're not in the same, even though they've done 1 and 2, but they're left out. And they're kind of dizzy and don't know what is going on. They can't really connect because we're in a different plane. So, and then it's going to take time to bring them and have them adjusted to the same place. And by the time they get adjusted, the retreat is over. So I didn't want that to happen this year. And I know there's been people asking me, well, we've done 1 and 2 and we don't want to do 1 and 2 again. But it's not really about that. It's about keeping everybody on the same page, because it takes time to take the layers away, because I have to go through the bullshit first. And taking the darkness and the protective shields and the stuff, pulling the stuff out of people. And normally when I'm doing a retreat or a workshop, it depends on the days of the workshop. Let's say we're doing a 4-day workshop or 5-day, we're doing level 1, 2, 4, and it's 4.5 days or 5 days. And the first 2 days is very heavy because we're taking things off. And then it starts getting light and lighter. So, I didn't want that to happen. I wanted to have everybody to be on the same page. I don't know if I'm making any sense to you, Reza, or not, but the idea is results. And that's what I'm really interested in, that I create the container, I create an environment, creating a bubble that our people who are in that bubble, they have this opportunity to transform and change in cellular memory. And not just changing for a week or 2, creating a situation that you can be changed permanently. And in order to do that, in order to create that, it's basically environment. Everything comes to that. What sort of environment you're in? I mean, if you look at it basically, you know, for example, let's say you're growing up in a environment that your father is a college professor, your mom is into schooling, and you're growing up in a very academic environment. So naturally, you have a tendency to go in that direction. Now, let's say you're in an environment, very artistic environment, or it's sports, or it's military, or it's very rigid. So it's all environment. Same thing for the body. For instance, if you create an acidic environment, which most people on this planet, their diet is very acidic, and we eat a lot of acid food. Then we have created an environment for disease to grow. We have created an environment for cancer cells to duplicate. We have created an environment for fungus, for microbe, for bacteria. But when we switch our diet into alkaline, and we start eating alkaline food, we're doing exercises, we're breathing correctly, we're drinking good water, then we have created an environment that disease cannot grow. So it's the same thing. For example, the academy here is we've been able to create an environment for our souls to develop, for our consciousness to expand by coming together and connecting through this outlet. And the same thing in Ore. The reason Ore is so powerful and so transformative, and I'm so focused on it, is, and I increased it to 11 days this time. Originally we had 5 days, then we went to 9 or 10, and this time it came to 11. The reason I've expanded it, and I've gone through the trouble of doing that, is because I want to make sure that I create the right bubble and environment for a long period of time that transformation becomes possible and it can take place. And everybody can change in cellular memory. And reawakening our friends and remembering of their hidden powers through being in this environment. And then it also gives me chance to do all the activations and activating my people so they remember of their hidden powers and they remember of their true nature of who they are. And a big part of that, it lies into different ways. One of that is that we have to go beyond our emotional damages and our childhood conditioning and the things that we've been fed, the information that we've been fed in cellular memory, that we have problems. So there's like a lot of different sections that I have created a program to cover these different sections. And the healing work that we do, the fixing the aura, cleaning the body, pulling things out, when we're doing that work and pulling things out, the stuff we're pulling out is all the information. It's the blockages, the emotional damages, and that sort of stuff which is stored in cellular memory, and we're pulling those out and restructuring everything. Of course, we're learning how to do these things ourselves, but a big part of the program is to restructure things. And then slowly we go deeper. So we learn psychic surgery, we learn distant healing, we learn how to work with the auric field, we learn how to work with energy, and we learn how to become energy. And of course, we have our dances. We talk about silence, going into the oneness, going into this place. And of course, we do a lot of heart opening exercises to open our hearts to love ourselves and to come to the one heart of going beyond our own judgments. So we do a lot of preparation in that work. And then, you know, in level 3, I start talking about diet, cleanses, because a lot of people do a lot of energy work, but they're neglecting their body. The body has to be taken care of. Without a healthy body, spiritual advancement becomes very difficult, because when your body is not healthy, your attention, you become very preoccupied in trying to take care of your health because you're sick all the time. You got all kinds of health issues. And you're continuously going in for whatever, you know, knee replacement, shoulder, they're going to remove your gallbladder. You got digestion issues all the time. You got migraine headaches. You got rashes all over. So you develop a lot of health issues, and your attention is on your health issues all the time. So I pay a lot of attention, and I created a whole level 3 in cleansing the body, cleaning it out, bringing awareness to it, alkalining the body, flushing the liver, flushing the gallstones, intestinal cleansing, how to boost our immune system, and how to do food combining. So, and then after that, then we'll go to shamanism. And in level 4, when we're doing shamanic work, is to go into this place of incorporating the shaman, to call the shaman in. And for that, you have to do preparation. So it's just not like you can just walk into a course and take level 4 and call the shaman in and the shaman comes in. It requires preparing yourself. Like if you look at the indigenous tribes or Native Americans, for example, and a lot of the tribes, when they're about to do shamanic work, they do like 5 days, 3 days, 1 week of fasting. And they're only drinking water or taking nuts or eating fruits or whatever. They're cleaning their body. They prepare their body in order to call the shaman in. So that is very important for us to prepare ourselves. Like in order, we have special diet. The food we're making is all organic. It's very light food. Pia and I, we spend a lot of time paying attention in how to design the food with the lady named Lota who owns the place, that we have designed food that the food is very high vibrational. So you actually can eat a lot of food and not feel heavy. So we've gone through hours of research and paying attention of how we can create this environment that the food, the intake, we're eating the food that we don't eat a heavy lunch and then all of a sudden we're like, wow, like this. We have no energy. So our breakfast, lunch, and dinner all designed to make you feel good. And then, so we go through level 3, which is diet, and then we go to level 4. And that's why I added an extra day. So we do the shamanic work, incorporating and opening up and calling in your guides, the shaman. So now we're going into trance states through dances, tribal dances, and bringing the shaman and start doing shamanic work. And then, of course, after that is the mastery. But, you know, if I break this and let people come in halfway through, then it creates a leak and they're kind of lost. So that's why I decided that I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep, of course, it's more difficult for me, and people have complained or objected that, look, we've taken 1 and 2, we don't want to go through that, but it's not about that. It's like when you go to retreats, you know, if you go to a yoga teacher training retreat and it's 2 weeks, you can't go there in the middle of it and say, well, I've done a lot of yoga, I'm going to come in the middle of it. You just have to go through it from the beginning to the end, because the energy starts building up, building up, building up, and everyone's going to be on the same page. So that's one of the reasons that I designed this healing training program to be all the way from the beginning to the end. So I make sure that everyone is on the same page and we can all go to the gateways of 5th dimension, and then we can enter into the mastery. And by the time we come to level 5, everybody's going to be really primed. Everyone is ready. And then, of course, that's where I'm going to teach the more advanced meditations and the work like what we're doing. We'll get into the work of the meditations, the advanced meditations that gives you the abilities and brings you into this place that you can experiment and you can learn how you can time travel, or you can do out-of-body projection and come out of your body and do experimentation and see things for yourself that you're not normally able to do that. So I know you asked me a question and I went on a long but I just wanted to give you a little bit of explanation so everybody understands of where my mindset is and how I'm looking at it, because I'm interested in results. I want to get results at the end.
Okay.
And anyone who knows me and been with me, they know I'm about delivering. I always deliver. And so, yeah, and if we do something in Sedona, again, I have to think it over and see if we're going to do all 5 levels, or if we're just going to do 3, 4, 5, or how are we going to do it. But I need to do it in a way that we're all on the same page from the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah.
And thank you for explanation. I know the time is over. Just I wanted to mention that your training takes a lot of energy. I understand that after I attended level 1 and 2, which are the basic training, when I came back home, I was really collapsed for 2-3 days. And it was not only me, because I was in touch with other students and they had the same situation, because we spent a lot of energy in those 4 days, especially after those spiritual dancing, all this stuff there. So I was thinking that when I attend level 1 and 2, I need to have a 2-3 days between to gain my energy back and come back in level 4 and 5,
Right.
Level 3 and 4, as well as mastery. And besides that, if you want to put them together, we should come there for 11 days. I understand that, but this year, 2018, won't be possible, because after you come back from Ore, then you will have a trip to Egypt for 2 weeks.
Right.
And
right.
so we don't really have time for that.
Right.
So you have to leave it for 2019. And why I mentioned about Sedona, because Sedona is one of the vortex of energy on the earth. And like Mount Shasta in California, Sedona is also, there are a lot of chakras energy there. So that would be a good place to have that kind of meditation rather than in a big city with all the traffics and distractions.
Yes, of course. Of course. I lived in Sedona for 9 years. So that's my power place. And I agree with you. And that's also why we chose Ore. When Pia originally brought Ore to my attention, Ore is a vortex too. It's a very high vibrational place.
Yeah.
Now you have to keep in mind that when we're doing a workshop or a retreat in a place like Ore, is very different than doing it in the city.
Yeah.
Okay. So in Ore, even though the work is strong and heavy, we don't really have a drop in energy.
No.
Because first of all, you don't have you're not traveling back into your hotel or your home. You don't get in a car. You're in this high vibrational mountains the whole time. Your food is provided. You have access to, because we're renting a ski resort. So we have the ski resort to ourselves. And you can go hiking. You can go wander around. You can go to the lake. You can go to the river. To the streams. It's very high vibrational. So, and then I'm planning on taking Saturday. Maybe we do a little bit of work for the first 2 hours in the morning, and then we take the rest of the day and have an excursion and go play. Definitely give everybody a break for sure. So, but the energy stays really high. We don't, in Ore, you don't have the drops like when you have it in a city. So it's different. But of course, I understand what you're saying. When we're having a 3-4 day workshop, after the workshop, I mean, the next day we're all exhausted. We're all tired. So I get it. So, but thank you for bringing it up. I appreciate it. Pia, I'm going to answer that question you ask next time, next Academy. So, and by the way, regarding the Academy, let's do the next Academy on, because I'm coming back on Monday or Tuesday, Shishi. So when should we do the next Academy, Wednesday or Thursday? Are you there, Shishi?
Yeah, I'm here. Wednesday's fine. Either day.
Yeah. Yeah, how about if we do, yeah, I'm not sure if I come back. I'm planning on coming back on Monday, but just in case I goof off and I spend an extra day in Sedona, I don't want to be, I can't do it if I'm traveling on Tuesday. So how about if we shoot for next Wednesday? How's that?
Yep.
Is that cool with everybody? Right. Okay, great. Well, it's nice to see you all. Thank you for joining me. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Oh, by the way, we only have 4 more spots left for order, by the way. Just wanted to let you know, Pia and I, we did a count, and we're down to only 4 spots. So just so you know. All right, I send you lots of love and light, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Okay?
Yay.
Okay. Pia,